Hey foodies and winos, I am Katie Hamilton Schaefer, host of Feast It Forward and the Napa Valley Film Festival's second annual, and I'm here in studio live at the Toot Sweet Studios, and I have in studio with me Paul Vance and Maury Wachowski, and they are film judges this year on the critics panel, along with dear friend Greg Cole, owner of Celadon's and Cole's Chop House. And streaming in live, we have Brent Willis and Warren Sroka. Hope I didn't butcher that again. And they are the filmmakers, producers, screenwriters of the movie Dog Years, alongside Stuart Asher, who is the producer and director of the film Stuck. So before I go any further, we do a official cheers. And I don't know if you folks have any libations, but cheers, cheers, cheers.
I have two.
There, Greg, double fisted. Yeah.
Double
There you go. Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers. So this is very exciting. I think this show is an opportunity for us to kind of do a sneak preview of the entire festival, from Chef Cole, who will be feasting it up at the gala at Mondavi on Thursday the 6th. And also you are doing the critics jurors panel for the awards on Sunday the 11th.
We like doing the jury panel.
That will be
very interesting.
That's a perfect tie-in here. And these gentlemen, with their amazing films, you know, they will be critiqued throughout this entire festival. And I know that your films are wonderful. But that's the cool whole process of this, is learning about the people involved and, you know, how we evolve from the stages of beginning the festival to the actual, you know, kickoff. So you gentlemen will be critiquing and eating and feasting and drinking the entire time. And
it's hard work.
Yeah, it is hard work. So before we... Yeah, if you guys can close your browsers, all the other browsers you have additionally, that'd be great, so we don't slow down the... So before we go any further, I thought that we would lead into your trailers. So we'll start with Dog Years and then go on to Stuck, and then we can organically continue the convo. And yeah, go for it. And we are drinking Garrett at Vintners Collective's awesome Pinot. So before Charbet comes here to mix up some drinks for us, we'll be enjoying this.
More drinks? Whoa. I guess somebody else was driving. Huh?
Morning, class.
Morning, Pacific.
Hey! What are you doing here? Listen, I'm really busy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Okay. Well, enjoy your time in Tokyo. I just really want to come home. Oh, 出てけよお前。お酒ダメなんだよ。I have some free time. I made your favorite, spaghetti. Spaghetti's not really my favorite. You can still eat it though, right? Yeah, of course. Well, I'm just not 10 years old anymore. Hey, where are all the books? My mom got them in the divorce. What? Because they were hers? I don't want to see Dad. Hey, alright, please? Did you take this into the bathroom with you? No. I mean, I put it up on the thing. You know, I proposed to Lori. Have you dated anyone since? I mean, I've chatted. What do you mean, chatted? Chatted? I see a party! Where are you going? I'm going home, Ben! To my home! I can't do this anymore. Fuck! Look, we're not friends, Ben. We're not even family.
I wish I could make the book.
Then you don't have to. You could just stay for a while.
I'm so sorry.
You want a granola? Is it like a fish rice one or regular? Regular? Yes, please.
We'll hold off to do the next one, Gracie, until we, that was awesome. So I forgot to add on, I guess you guys are the actors
as well, so it's lumped in this entire package. I love it. Well, we'll get more in-depth into questions as far as the film goes, but I thought we would segue into Chef Cole, because he has to get back to the restaurant to cook this evening for guests.
I appreciate that. I have a question for these two. So they're the actors and the directors?
And screenwriters and
but
producers.
In the movie, he had facial hair and he didn't, and now he
It's flip-flopped.
Yeah, sequel.
That's totally confusing me. All
I love
right.
it.
Okay,
I love
well, now we got past it. So for the gala party from 8 till midnight at Robert Mondavi Winery, I'll be preparing a little ahi poke on a wonton chip. And so I was just going to throw it together really fast.
Awesome.
So that's what I always do at these sorts of things. So we're going to cut up some ahi. I don't usually sit down when I'm cutting, so we'll see how this works.
Don't hurt yourself.
A little sashimi grade ahi tuna from the Hawaiian Islands. We're going to dice that up in the Toot Sweet kitchen.
Exactly.
And then I've already prepared some
go
of the
well with
stuff
the Pinot.
here. Yeah, it'd be fantastic with the Pinot. Now, the night of the dinner, I'm actually pairing with the Fume Blanc. So I'll be in the Fume Blanc pavilion or section.
Nice.
So we've got our ahi tuna.
Are you guys salivating watching this right now?
Could you guys see
Yeah.
this?
I keep doing it as water. You're cheating. This is not the way it works.
Now, where are they? Are they
Yeah,
somewhere?
where are you guys streaming in from?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Huh.
Thanks.
So where are we?
Where in Los Angeles are you?
Stewart. Oh, hey. We're in the Silver Lake area.
Okay.
Okay.
I grew up in Thousand Oaks, so.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I'm right in Hollywood.
Nice.
So we've got some green onion, we've got some ahi tuna.
Oh, he's going to pull
Some
the...
soy sauce here.
The Hollywood
We've
sign.
got a little bit of, this is called hijiki. It's a
Love
prepared seaweed. Gonna just toss this together. I'm a little testy.
And you're mixing this up from the gala. You're cooking something completely separate from the jury luncheon.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we'll be serving this the night of the gala. And the jury luncheon is sort of a brunch lunch. And so we just do all kinds of stuff for
So
them.
all three of you guys will be able to try this at the gala on Thursday.
Yeah,
Since you will
not this
be in
particular
town.
batch of ahi. We'll get some fresh stuff in.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. I would hope so. Save a little.
Where do you get that seafood from?
Osprey Seafood. This is a little daikon sprouts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little spoon here.
Goes with the dog ears theme, you know, the little Asian fusion
Yeah, absolutely.
meal.
And we're going to do a little pile of this on top.
Is that lotus?
Lotus root.
Yep, love
Yeah.
lotus root.
I forgot to put the sriracha on. I always do that. I always forget one thing when I'm on TV. So sriracha is a hot chili oil. The first one I just made won't be quite as hot.
It's pretty
Wasabi aioli.
Nice.
And then a little tiny bit of pickled ginger, a little bit of gari.
Yeah.
And then all assemble a whole
This is
plate.
torture.
I know.
What is he trying to tell for?
Thursday you'll have it.
Not
I'll
cool.
save one for you guys.
Yeah. Again, fresh.
That's
fresh
right.
fish.
So I'm going to make a bunch of these while you guys talk so the judges have all something to try.
Cool. Well, I thought we would lead into the second trailer, and then we will discuss kind of the overall festival. So in a moment, Gracie will play stuff. But in the meantime, I kind of want to hear the stories of both of you gentlemen as far as what, I mean, I look at a movie and I'm like, that's awesome, but I don't know how the heck to critique something, but how that works. What gives you the credibility to even say what sucks and what doesn't? So the whole process. So Maury, why don't we start with you?
Well, I'm just like you. I look at it,
That
I say,
sucks.
that's awesome. That's not.
Well, what's your background? I mean, how did you get into this?
Well, I went to the University of Southern California. I was a film major, then a film minor, and ended up majoring in English, went to the graduate writers workshop in poetry at the University of Iowa. And then, long story short, I ended up working with filmmakers. I ran the Northwest Media Project in Portland, Oregon, which distributed independent films.
Okay.
And then I ran Bay Area Video Coalition in San Francisco for 3.5 years and worked with independent videographers.
Okay.
And since then, I've been freelancing. I consult a lot with documentary filmmakers. I have a book out for filmmakers called Shaking the Money Tree.
Shaking the money, like shaking the booty, shaking the money tree.
Yeah,
All right, take it.
Yeah, the art of getting grants and donations. I love that's how I got it.
I thought, so how the hell did you get here, Paul? What's your story?
It's sort of a family business.
Okay.
I was working as a tax attorney in Manhattan, hating every moment of it. I was supposed to have, after college, joined friends who had a record company in New York, but same story, they went bankrupt just as I was about to graduate, and ended up going to law school, and then was dragged out here.
But you're enjoying it.
Oh, loving it.
Well, I do have their email addresses, their home addresses, and their cell numbers. If I will ask them what they like, you know, whether it be champagne or what their favorite, you know.
Just send checks.
Yeah, just send, yeah, and they will put in a good word for you, gentlemen. So I think we'll go directly to the trailer of Stuck, so we can get a sense of that, and then from there we'll just kind of have an overall discussion of what the festival is bringing, how you guys gentlemen are coming in town, and what you look forward to.
Great, sure.
No worries. Oh, that bottle back.
Let's play a game called Good Cops.
Let me ask you something.
Hi.
Why do girls do it? Why give a guy your phone number if you're not interested? Why text him witty banter throughout the day? And why set up a date if you don't intend on keeping it?
This is on behalf of my entire gender, since you were stood up. An apology.
Okay, in that case, keep them coming.
Make sure you don't regret this in the morning. My body rocks a rhythm. You beat my drum hard.
You've been Want some of this?
I left my car at the bar, so.
Oh, okay. I'll take you back there. Well, this is not ideal.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. It's true. It's really true.
What's that?
Oh, you know, it's just easier to have sex with a stranger than converse with one. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Or good thing I've never been in that situation.
Woo! That was awesome, Stuart.
Give her another drink.
Stuart, remind me what Joel David Moore has been in, because he looks extremely familiar.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of people know him from Dodgeball or Avatar.
Okay.
He was the kind of geeky, funny guy in Avatar as well. He was also in Grandma's Boy. He played that the weird robot guy that was really funny. He's also a series regular on Bones. He plays Colin Fisher. So he's always in stuff. I don't know.
Okay, he's familiar, and I love the title Stuck. That it definitely says it all. So I guess I'd like to start, Stuart, since we just saw your trailer, with you and how you discovered this film, two, how the process of finding the actors and the excitement of obviously being featured in the Napa Film Festival.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I can't wait to be up there. I'm counting the days. I mean, the inspiration, I guess I wouldn't say it was based on a true story, but I would say it's inspired by true events. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
That's all.
Wait, have you been stuck before, Stuart? Is that what you're alluding to?
That's all I'm going to say. I'm Peter Bell. But no, I mean, it's very, it was actually originally 5 stories taking place in a traffic jam, believe it or not. And then when push comes to shove, in development, you realize sort of this was the only intrinsic story in the movie that could not occur without this traffic jam, and the rest sort of could. So I decided to forego the other ones and really make this the focus of the film. So, and then once I finished writing the script, it happened really quickly, which as a filmmaker, I know on the other side, I hate hearing because people are like, what? That never happens.
Yeah.
It really did. I mean, like 3 weeks later, we had like the financing and, you know, we were shooting like 3 weeks after that. It was crazy.
So is there going to be a sequel to this thing, Unstuck, like when they get married? And no, that doesn't work.
Maybe.
Okay. Have you been to Napa before?
Actually, no, I've never been, and I've lived in LA for 10 years, so I'm very excited.
Okay, well, just words of wisdom.
Thank you for having us.
Be careful with drinking here because that is obviously a main focus at the festival because you could get stuck at one point. So just be careful. That is my only advice through this entire.
I'm looking forward to it.
And so when you gentlemen see these trailers, what are you expecting? You go into this completely blind, or do you do research on the films ahead of time? Do you watch the trailer? What is your process?
I go in blind.
Okay.
Yeah, and I go in expecting and hoping for a wonderful film.
Right.
I mean, I want the film to really blow me away. So that's what I'm looking for when I walk in. I try not to do research or look at trailers.
But no trailers.
I don't like
same
to
with
see
you?
it.
No, the same, except for the cash payments from the filmmakers.
Yeah. See, again, I will email that to you, gentlemen.
Now that
I have the tracking number.
Yeah.
So you go in blind as well?
Don't want to know anything about
Okay.
the story, who's in it. So just want to sit back and be wowed.
Be wowed. So when you come to the festival, you get the program. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the whole process because when I am getting excited to see a movie, I obviously know something about it, whether it's, I know the director, the producer, what actors are in it. When you walk into these cinemas, do you know anything? Or, I mean, obviously it's hard to not know something, but do you look at the program or all you know is the title of the movie?
I try not even to look at the program. Just go in blind. Of course, now I've seen two trailers that have intrigued me.
A little bit.
I want to see these films now.
I know. The trailers are great. I mean, I know nothing about what these gentlemen are, good at, but there are trailers that those captured my interest. So those were great. I love it. So Brent, what is your story? I mean, again, switching of the beards, I'm trying to understand who is who, but how did you gentlemen, obviously you're starring, you're screenwriting, you're producing, you're directing, you're everything, you're sweeping, you're the custodian. So what is the story behind?
Can you jump in?
Go ahead, yeah.
Brent and I have been writing and working together for going on 10 years now, and we were actually in pre-production for a different project, and we had this opportunity to go to Tokyo, or rather we had to go to Tokyo. Brent's parents lived there, and he'd been hawking me to go for years, and I'd never made it out there, and they told us they were moving back, and if we ever wanted to come visit, we would come visit, and we'd for years been kicking around the idea of shooting a film in Tokyo. So we had this opportunity to go and sleep somewhere for free in an office for a month. So 6 weeks prior to that, we said we'll shelve the project we're working on, and we took the characters and we rewrote the whole thing to be shot by us in Tokyo, and wrangled some friends that are great filmmakers as well, and they came with us and jumped on a plane 6 weeks later, and we're shooting 6 weeks in a day after that. So
have either of you acted before?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was obvious you obviously have some.
Yeah.
Okay.
We both come from a theater background. We've been making short films and music videos and writing feature scripts for some years, and this was just the first feature that we put together.
Yeah, and actually knowing that we were going to be in Japan and on a shoestring budget, and with a very limited crew, we kind of wrote the characters around ourselves and added basically everybody that worked on the film was in the film at one brief moment or another.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, like Hitchcock that way, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Hitchcock.
Well, I hate to torment you, but those are looking too tasty to not make up. So I think we will enjoy these. You guys can do your own thing.
Yeah, no, strictly from a culinary point of view, is Kate Beckinsale in any of your movies?
Is that the life giveaway for the stuck opportunity?
Yes. She drives a truck in the background of one of my films. She drives a truck. Really closely.
This is Kate Beckinsale.
I am.
She just has a fear.
Because I would vote for your movie if Kate Beckinsale's in the movie.
Oh
so that's
my God.
You're a hard guy to please.
Yeah, that's all it takes for me is if Kate's in it, I got a blue ribbon, I'm not sure.
I love it. Oh my God.
But I'm not a judge. I'm just a chef. So
yeah.
Right.
Well, speaking of just a chef,
around,
so when you gentlemen come in town, you have got to come to. Greg owns 2 restaurants in town, Cole's Chop House and Celadon, and they are phenomenal.
Right, terrific. We'll be there.
Incredible.
We're very excited.
And their calamari, if you're a calamari fan, at Celadon is, I mean, it's like hands down the best.
And the food's on Greg.
Oh, yeah. So if it's tough, you can blame everything on him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to...
I'll pass these around. Yeah. So our little wonton crackers with the ahi poke salad, wasabi aioli, and a little bit of daikon sprout. And so we'll be doing this.
Sorry, boys. I apologize.
I'm going to make you some fresh ones next Thursday.
There are 3 left for you.
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, I'll put them in my car. I'll put them in a cool place in my car. So.
Carrie, you want to get a picture of this? We're doing a little social media right now as this is live.
Stuart looks depressed.
Tell me a little bit about the brunch on Sunday. So the process with Maury and Paul will be critiquing the films and awarding those that won.
Right.
And you are hosting this critics panel.
The organizers of the film festival wanted a private place where the judges could go and not be hounded by filmmakers or filmmakers' wives or whatever it may be, women's whatever it might be. Who knows? So. Upstairs at Cole's, we have a private area. We set up some tables, do a little buffet brunch for the filmmakers, and just let them sit up. They break into different groups. They sit around. They talk about all the movies, what they've seen, the merits, the whatever it was they liked. And, I was a little fly on the wall last year. It was a very, very interesting process because I've never seen that before. A bunch of film critics talking about the awards they'd be giving, which movies they loved, which movies worked for them, which movies didn't. And then they sat down and they figured out who was getting the prizes. And I was quiet. I was sworn to secrecy. I didn't spill the beans at all and say who was winning. But it was really interesting to watch them talk about. And then there's 3 groups. There's the short. There's a documentary. Yeah.
And you both are U.S. narratives, which actually falls into your category.
Right.
So that's when we deliver. That's when we deliver the money up suitcase, right, at the brunch.
Yeah.
Deliver it to Cole's Chop House. I promise I will give it to the judges. That's right. Yeah.
So your involvement last year, I mean, you were obviously, one of the chefs, but this is something new as far as the gala.
Yeah. So the gala. So I didn't participate in the gala last year because I've got so much going on, and everybody told me I missed the party of the year.
It was awesome.
It was such an incredible event. So. I this year I decided I didn't want to miss the party of the event, so I'll be there. So I'll be there serving these little crackers.
So those were so good. I wish there was like smell-o-vision. I'm sorry, but those were phenomenal. The gala, speaking of, is awesome. Now, Brent and Warren, have you been to Napa before?
You have.
Yeah, actually we both have.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've been senior members. I had a lot of wine.
Yeah, it's a memorable trip.
Right. And we did. What did we do? We did the barrel tasting, and we went all around Napa. It was awesome. We were there for like 4 days. Love it up there. We can't wait to come.
Yeah, the gala is phenomenal. One thing from my perspective, I own a winery in town, and I'm a winery sponsor. But at the same time, for us being, all 4 of us sitting here, but especially for Greg, we're leading into our slow season for the Napa Valley. And this is a great opportunity to bring people to the Valley and experience what Napa has to offer. But the film festival, as we discussed on our show last week, this is something that has been needed in the Valley for a long time, and I commend Mark and Brenda Lorimer for bringing it here, because it's an opportunity, for people to go, as we're doing today, go beyond the bottle and lens to experience what Napa has to offer and that we live in every day. And I can't wait for you to join the gala, because it's chaos. If you've been to Mondavi before, you will not recognize this place. You walk in, red carpet. We're going to be doing a live show, so I will have all three of you on the show. We'll be in a tented corner, in a good corner, doing a live show to discuss. We're going to be doing intimate interviews with Alan Cumming and Imogen Poots and Adam Driver. So it's going to be fabulous, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And just in time, speaking of the gala, and I won't put him on the hot seat, but we have Charles from Charbet. So we're sorry, besides eating the tuna and drinking the wine, we're going to be drinking some vodka in a minute here. So Charles, say hello to these gentlemen streaming in.
Gentlemen. Very sorry.
We're going to have to scoot in and get cozy here, because we're losing.
And I have to run to the kitchen anyway. So
yes,
this is
actually.
perfect. So the chef will leave. Chef leaves in time for the vodka and tequila.
Yeah,
so
we don't want
there's
any
something wrong with
cooking
that.
back there, so why don't you scoot in on in? And,
right, and I'll see you gentlemen at
Nice
the
to meet you.
All right, nice.
Lovely meeting you, Chef. We'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, bring Kate with you.
I love it. Oh man.
Don't tell my wife I said that.
So while he prepares some Charbet, the reason Charles is here, not only because I like my libations, but he is going to discuss what they will be shaking up during their late night lounge, the Charbet Late Night Lounge at Rosinger's, which is in Yountville, which is one of the festival pavilions. And from 11 till 2 a.m. On a few specific evenings, they will be doing some very VIP drinks for filmmakers, actors, producers. All of you gentlemen can enjoy. Holy smokes. Yes, I think I need more ahi than what I just consumed to drink all of that, but I know you won't open all of them. But
yeah, you guys need more people.
Yeah.
No, just
no, we don't.
So I guess while he's getting prepared here, I'm just curious from I'm getting new into the film side of things, and I love it so far, but how you gentlemen got started into the film business, and I heard a little bit about Stuart talking about Stuck being, somewhat of based on a true story, but for Brett and Warren, this film, it was just, I'm curious how that came to be. I mean, obviously it was an opportunity with your parents living in Tokyo, but,
Sure.
How you all got into this business.
Right.
It's an interesting story.
Well, I went to film school in Portland, Oregon at a private film conservatory there. And this was a long, long time ago, before digital. I mean, we were doing everything like on a reel-to-reel and all that. So I had always wanted to be a filmmaker. And I know, Warren, you...
I started out as an actor, working in like film and television and in theater from the time I was 7 and 8. So it was kind of a natural progression. By the time I was 11, I was like, I think I want to be the guy who's writing the thing and making the thing instead of just acting in the thing. So that's when I started making, little home movies on digital, sorry. And then we both went to school at a theater conservatory where we met, and we started making short films together.
That's right.
Okay. So your focus prior to this narrative, it was short, or have you always done narratives?
The objective was to always do narrative features, but that takes money and time and know-how and all that. So we busied ourselves with smaller projects and working with friends. We have a lot of friends out here, as I'm sure Stuart, you do as well, that are filmmakers, and we work on their projects. So we work on now we know each other. Yeah. So working on their projects and kind of helping out and then doing our own as well, and it's always been about just storytelling in general. So we did a lot of theater projects as well, and acting in theater as well as producing and directing it as well. So yeah.
And Stuart, how about you? What made you get into this crazy business?
I had a really weird story. I went to Boston University. undergrad as a film major, and I did a short film, and I submitted it to a bunch of film festivals, and I didn't get into one. So I went to the Sundance Film Festival as a volunteer. It was probably like a couple months out of college, and I was like tearing tickets and whatnot, and I brought like as many copies of my movie as I could to give it to anybody I possibly could who would watch it. And we went to the opening night, and Roger Ebert was there. And I pulled it out, and I was like, "You got to watch this. This is the best film you'll ever see," you know. And I remember, put his hand in my face, and he was like, "You know, the Chicago Times doesn't fly me here to watch home videos. It's not very good."
Whoa.
Watch
And
home
so
video.
I kind of,
Roger.
He really
so I
said
kinda
that?
I called him a name.
I won't delve into details, but that's, that's pretty hardcore.
So I kind of like blew him off and kind of called him a name and blah, blah, blah. And he didn't appreciate that. And all the press that was there heard this young kid calling him names like, "Who are you to be such a jerk?" And he felt bad. So he's like, well, maybe I will watch your film. I'm like, "Well, you have to because you were a jerk."
That's a great approach. I have to remember that.
Right?
I love it.
So he didn't really do anything. And then a couple days later, he came to the theater I was working at. I was tearing tickets, and he was in this like bar watching TV waiting for a screening. And I was like, "Oh, this is fate." So I went to the manager of the bar, and I gave him $10, and I said, "Can you put this DVD on that TV that guy is watching right there, please?" And the guy was like, "All right." So my film came on, and I went over to him, and I was like, "Mr. Ebert, just turn around. I brought my film to you." And he didn't really think anything of it, and he was like, "Well, I really can't watch movies. I'm waiting for a screening," but I had like the headset and the fancy jacket because I worked there, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll hold the screening for you. It's only 5 minutes long. Just watch." So we watched the first 5 minutes. It was really 25 minutes, but I knew if he watched the first 5 minutes, he wasn't going to go anywhere, and he did. And he ended up watching it and writing 4 articles about it, and took me on his television show, and really started my career.
Wow,
So
that is a cool story.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then right after that, I came out to LA, and I signed a deal with DreamWorks. I was doing like a development. I had a development deal with them, and then reality hit, and it's really hard to get a movie made. So from then on, I was struggling to make movies, and now I have, So it's funny. You start out like crazy really quickly, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's all like smooth sailing,
Right. Well, and that whole process of submitting to festivals, this being a groundbreaking festival, one of the most ambitious festivals, next to Sundance in the entire country, it's the whole process of submission, is crazy to me. The timing. And I saw, and I don't know about you, Stuart, who you've submitted to, but for Dog Years, I see on your poster the different festivals you've submitted to and received achievements for, and it's just that whole process is amazing to me. Time consuming, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's very, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, this is our first festival, so thank you. Congratulations for having us.
That's so cool.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's a huge congrats.
We literally just finished.
Yeah.
So, but really I don't know about what your experience is, but I do know it's sometimes, you just send in your money, you get this nice email that says, "Thanks for sending in your money. We're not going to be, choosing your film. Bye." And it's very disheartening because you don't know. You're like, is your film good? Is it your film? Maybe if I knew someone, why is that guy who has a really bad film, why did he get in? Why is that guy who's a cousin of that guy, why did he get in? That's not fair. You really can't. You just have to throw it against the wall and hope it sticks, Yeah. So thank you guys for accepting us. It's really.
I'm excited to see both of your films. As I said, the trailers were captive in their essences, but I'm excited. So as a celebration, maybe we can segue into Charbet for Stuart's first film festival. Again, sorry that you cannot enjoy this with us, but. Charles, with Charbet, I mean, I'm excited to actually experience what you guys are going to be shaking up in the lounge. Tell me about the lounge first, what you'll be doing.
First, the lounge will have some wonderful food all along. We're cooperating with Bouchon.
Yes.
And There are hints of some caviar being around. Yes, with vodka, it works quite nicely together.
You sound like the intelligent one. We've been missing you since this entire beginning of the show. You've got that accent that actually. Okay, you can.
What can you
I thought that was me.
So of course, I don't know how much time do we have.
I've got time to drink. It is 4:07.
He always has time to drink.
I live here. It's 4:07. We've got 23
This is
minutes.
superb. So one of the exciting things also, along with the great vodkas and Charbet, was really the first distiller to flavor vodkas with real fruit. The real thing, macerating it, breaking it, getting the fruit at the height of its growth and the best flavor possible, and that's how Charbet flavored vodka have come to pass. Here I have green tea vodka, and this green tea, Miles, who is what is fantastic about Charbet, if I may.
Please.
Is a little bit of a plug.
These gentlemen don't know the story, so I'd love you to
This is a little bit of a plug, but since you don't know about Charbet, this distillery started in 1983, but the Grand Master distiller is 12th generation distiller.
That's old.
So, that's very old. Meaning that the craft has been very interesting. The craft has been following the family since the early 1700s in Serbia. And what the history of the family is that to become a master distiller, you have to be able to distill everything the family does distill, plus you have to add something new that the family has never distilled before. And that's how, for instance, the 13th generation, Marco, the son, started distilling whiskey. And whiskey not... it's called R5, but whiskey that is made not from undrinkable mash, but from bottle-ready beer. And he selected, because he's friends with Bear Republic, Racer 5 beer.
Oh, wow.
And this whiskey is out of this world.
And Racer 5 is already a high alcohol product.
So, no, this one is...
Do I get to try that right now?
Yeah, it's 49.5. So, you see...
I gotta ask.
It's okay. 49.5 ABV.
Stuart, it's opportunities like this that you can get stuck. It's all of this liquor.
Yeah, 99.9 proof.
Oh my God, are you crazy?
Okay.
Whoa.
So should we?
Too much proof.
It's ironic you brought the green tea vodka because my friend had that at her house the other night. I didn't try it, but I was curious what that was used for, and I was thinking in Arnold Palmer.
But Arnold Palmer, you can make quite a few fantastic drinks with it. Lemonade, a combination with lemonade.
That's an Arnold Palmer, right?
No.
Isn't tea and lemonade an Arnold?
No? That's true. It's tea and lemonade.
Right.
So.
It's the Charbet Palmer.
You forget the tea.
Palmer with
the tea. You forget the tea element of it. The tea is already in the vodka. Okay. But this is green tea. So green tea is also an antioxidant. So you feel good about it. You feel very good about drinking.
Like when I drink a whole bottle of wine, it's healthy.
Absolutely. Just superb. And the whiskey. So I brought in the aged whiskey. It's been aged for 22 months in
I'm very
barrels.
curious about that with the Racer 5.
And also the unaged. So clear after distillation, stayed in stainless steel barrel, and that's what we have. It's a new version of moonshine, but great.
Are you guys staying in proximity to Yountville where you're going to get hammered at the Charbet late night lounge?
I'll be there.
Yeah, that all sounds about right.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So
I want to party with that guy.
Me too. After hours at your blonde's house.
So we're going to start with
you have drivers. Okay, good.
Why don't you pass me
giggity.
the glass? And we're
Yeah, so if you have drivers, then everything is handled.
we're
You're
going
good.
to have a tiny
So
little
no
bit.
ice? I don't need any ice with it?
Just, I would like to make the little exercise to have a little taste without the ice.
Well, Stuart, are you still on your water?
That was not water, my dear.
Oh, was that moonshine? Because it looks
No,
pretty
that was just very clear, beautiful Chardonnay.
Oh, okay.
I would not dare bring water to this crowd ever.
Okay, good.
You see,
I like you already.
In our internal code, this is aged Chardonnay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You just have to breathe this stuff. You don't need to drink it.
Yeah.
99 proof.
I
I don't know about that.
Go to the movies to judge?
Yeah.
Is that more fun?
Yeah, can you please drink a bunch of that before you see my film?
If I see a bad movie, then I drink a lot.
Well, see, I bring bottles. Sorry, I'm giving a little too much detail, but I bring a bottle into the theater. Napa
that's the kind of girl you are.
No, it is because again, your trailers were awesome, and I'm sure they're great. But I occasionally hit that film where I'm like, ooh, got to hit the bottle because this film is not doing it for me. And I bring a screw cap in. I bring my wine toolbox, and I it's a good way to get through. Oh, so
did you have a little sip for that?
Woo! Ah! Yeah, that's good.
You get that nose. Isn't that wonderful?
Woo! Holy
Cheers,
crap.
Stuart,
Yeah.
What do you think of
Get
that?
more wine.
Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Stuart passed out. Uh-oh. Stuart's
Yeah,
coming.
good.
What did you guys do with
I
Stuart?
feel a little better about you guys having drivers because this is just a glimpse into the entire festival.
Okay.
Did they
Is this
leave
what
us?
all you
Did
Napa
Stuart
folk
leave
are
us?
like?
No.
Oh.
refill.
Good. He got a little refill. Okay. Well, Charles, now that you are here, we'll have a group cheers here.
Cheers.
Cheers to the second annual Napa Valley Film Festival.
Fine whiskey. All right.
Ooh, see, I enjoy that more with the ice.
Absolutely.
Wow. So now that you opened that, can I take that bottle home to my husband, or is that something can you write that off?
Does he need it?
So when do you guys? Oh, go on.
But isn't it wonderful?
I love it.
Of course, the purist would say you shouldn't put ice. You should just put water. Yeah.
Purist.
The
Man, you could
purist.
light my mouth on fire right now.
You don't want to cool it down, but I think it's fantastic. The cooling down brings a lot of the flavor.
Tell us about the winery up on
the hill.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's a winery, but it's mainly a distillery. We are the only still in the valley. As a matter of fact, we make our brandy. We make spectacular port. We make, for instance, also a dessert wine, pomegranate dessert wine with our brandy. We sell some brandy to port makers, but for our own, we really select the best, of course, and keep it. And since we're close to the holidays, some pomegranate wine with sparkling wine is absolutely
So it's a better Bellini. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mix it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, just mix it together. It's like a Kir Royal, what you have in France.
Of course.
With cassis or pomegranate. And pomegranate is, of course, a
Very
beautiful,
healthy for you.
Very healthy for you. A lot of antioxidants.
Another good reason to drink.
Yes, we are very mindful. We're very health conscious.
My husband will be jealous because whiskey is his thing. This is awesome. And I'm not a huge whiskey drinker, but I actually enjoy this.
Enjoy that.
And I would tell you if it sucked.
I know you would. I know you would.
I would. It's good.
No, but it's very, very smooth, and
It is very
that's
smooth.
the beauty. If you like beer, also you
actually Racer 5 is one of my favorite beers, and you can almost smell that yeastiness on the nose. Yeah. So when are you gentlemen coming into town? When do we get to bother you in person with drinks in hand?
Well, we're
Wednesday.
Yeah, we're coming in on Wednesday.
A week from tomorrow.
And we're staying till Monday. We're literally there for the entire festival. We're so excited. And the folks at the festival have been really
It's been amazing.
really awesome. Can't wait to meet everybody. So we're really excited.
Don't finish everything.
I'm going to bring Carrie. Carrie, come in here for a second. I'm going to introduce Carrie, who is the social media guru of the Napa Valley Film Festival. Hi. So she is here tweeting away with your handle.
Awesome.
So to confirm, we are at what do we have here? No, at Dog Years Movie is your handle. And then Stuart, what is your handle?
At _the film.
All right, cool. I'm just learning this whole tweet thing. It's like
Carrie taught me how to tweet.
Carrie has been very, very, understanding of me not getting this whole thing. But
once you've got it down, if you don't mind teaching us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But we also have a Facebook, which is
Facebook.com/dogyears.
Yeah, it's Dog Years on Facebook. We'd love you to come check out the trailer and stuff like that.
And both of your websites, just to throw that out there for those that are watching.
Mine's stuckthefilm.com.
Okay.
Simple. As well as the Facebook page. Same thing.
Cool.
Nice one.
And we are dogyearsmovie.net.
Great. Yeah, I've checked out both of your sites. They're very classy, well done. I love it. So I kind of want to get back into the critics panel thing because it is intriguing to me. When you attend a festival, how many festivals do you attend? Is it something that is a invite only thing, or do you personally kind of seek out festivals? And what is the process there?
Well, I go to 4 or 5 festivals a year. Most of them not invited to, just go to enjoy films because there's so many films out there good films that never get distribution. You have to go to film festivals to see them.
Right.
But I just want to correct one thing about the term critic. I mean, I always tell people, no matter whose review you're reading, it's just one person's opinion. I mean, these days, I don't think there's any one critic that I really agree with all the time. It's just the personal choices, and who knows how you felt when you got out of bed that day. That might color your
whether
review.
You were stuck or not. What about
exactly? Well, I go to a couple a year. I love seeing films, but I don't like crowds.
Yeah.
So I've never been to Sundance because I don't want to elbow my way through the crowds. But I get invited to a couple festivals a year, and I always have a great time every time I go. I love seeing movies.
I'm curious what you think of Rotten Tomatoes. Because I look at that site I don't know if you guys check that out on occasion, but that is something that my husband and I will peek at. I mean, when you say you want to specify what critic, in your term means, what do you think about Rotten Tomatoes? Is that another critic's view and their standpoint, or do you look at that as more of a professional?
To tell you the truth, I never read reviews.
Really?
For any film. I want to see a film before I read a review.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, good. So we're all in. Okay, we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Okay.
That's great. Talking about drinking, I'm just some of the
Carrie, do you want mahi? Come on. You've got gum, but
send Carrie up, would you? Doing all that work.
Do I need my husband to come pick me up here?
Probably.
Cheryl?
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
So I kind of want to we've got 10 minutes here, but kind of an open discussion of Q&A, maybe, I know you gentlemen, the 3 of you have not met before. I think it's very curious how different path, you guys are on the same path, but you have different stories, and it'll be interesting for you guys to meet in person. But, how we've all come together and the festival, being again a groundbreaking second-year festival, I think that we have so many opportunities to build this up as one of the best festivals out there. So just kind of an open Q&A. I know that Chef has left us, but maybe I'll start off with, how you guys are moving forward with the film. Do you come here to the festival in hopes of winning something, or just to showcase what you've put together, and then how do you move forward from there? Do you continually submit, or do you move on to your next project? Maybe Stuart, maybe I'll start with you.
Well, I mean, of course, it'd be nice to win something, but just to get our movies in an audience, in front of an audience, I mean, and not in our living room with my mom watching it is a wonderful thing. It's just movies are meant to be in front of an audience, so that's why it's so exciting to see people who don't know you see the film and get a real, honest, true reaction, and that's one of the best things about it. And yeah, of course. We've submitted and have been accepted to a couple other film festivals that we're going to start our tour, after Napa. And obviously the goal is distribution. So we're hoping to get enough reviews and press and buzz and, get the right people to see it so that we can distribute it to get it out there and get more people to see it so we can make more movies. That's it.
So you are moving forward with other festivals and seeking, obviously, distribution.
Definitely.
Are you working on any other current projects?
I am actually just wrapped my second movie called Mantervention, which is sort of like a broad comedy that maybe next year. Mantervention, yeah. Maybe next year we'll.
I feel like I'm in Mantervention right now. I'm the only chick right now on camera.
Right.
So you can handle yourself.
Mantervention. Dum, dum, dum.
So that's. Of course, we're, I'm sure, you guys are the same. You always got to have another project. So I'm in post on, we just wrapped that 2 weeks ago. I'm starting post on that. And then I have another film that I've already written that we're, seeking to be our next films, to shoot next. So that's it. That's it.
Mr. Branson Warren?
Well, it would be terrible to win something. I'll say that right off.
I'm sure. Especially considering the briefcase that will be delivered to this gentleman's door.
Yeah, we're going with the sole intention of winning.
Yeah. for us, as Stuart said, it's getting the movie in front of people, and particularly in front of film festival audiences. It's an excuse for us to go and spend a week talking to people that love movies about movies.
We're tired of showing the film to Stuart's mother in the living room.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough critic.
Oh, man.
Tough critic.
Yeah, they always are. So, we've gone to a few festivals with the film. We're still submitting. One of the best things for us has been meeting other filmmakers and seeing other great movies that don't have distribution. There's a lot of them out there. And it's very inspiring to go see movies that are made by people that just cared about the movie and wanted to get it done. So we're looking forward to that. And that's the part I look forward to the most, is definitely talking movies and not feeling like I'm supposed to talk about something else. That's all I ever want to talk about.
Right.
And as far as the next project, you want to?
Yeah, I mean, again, like Stuart said, ultimately the hope is to get distributed and find more funding for more projects and have a good time. So we have a couple things in the pipeline that we're working on, and it's an exciting time.
We're doing our next project locally in California, so instead of going to Japan, we're excited about that.
Very cool. Well, one thing about I do. Oh, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say it's really exciting to be on the ground floor of a festival because I don't know about you guys as well, but I've been to Sundance for 10 years. I went to Toronto, I went to Cannes, and I got to say, none of it is about movies. Very, very little is about movies. It's all about parties and corporate sponsorship and free shampoo and toothbrushes, and that's really great. But I got to say, it's so true.
There's no toothbrushes here and no shampoo.
Yeah, it's just so nice.
You will get nothing.
As a second-year festival, don't lose it. Keep the eye on the prize. It's about good movies. That's the only way to make people listen.
It's one of the hallmarks of this festival. It is really film-centric and filmmaker-centric. It's
great.
Long enough to be that way.
Right.
You'll have a great time. And the other thing is, this is one of the few festivals I know that really treats filmmakers very well. So I give them high marks for that.
And in a bed, Napa Valley, in a bed of great food, spectacular wines, and superb beverages, it's pretty good life.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the cool thing. Like you said, to pony off of the groundbreaking, festival, this is an opportunity for everybody to kind of chip in and say, look, this is the way that the process of the festival, building it to be large and big, just like Sundance and Tribeca, can be, and what are people from your angle, what are the producers, filmmakers, actors looking for? You know, we don't give a crap, excuse me, about a free toothbrush. We want to feature, you know, your films and showcase what Napa Valley is about, and I think that we've done a really good job, and people like Carrie promoting and constantly tagging people and the social media of look who's coming, and an opportunity to share our backyard, but also appreciate people coming and experiencing what our life is here.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, the entire spirit of this valley is around quality and excellence. Excellence in the wine, excellence in agriculture, excellence everywhere. And I don't want to speak on behalf of the film festival, but I know that the objective is really to keep a very meaningful, with gravitas festival, not to grow it to a level where it becomes a toothbrush convention.
A toothbrush. That needs to be the cover of the
bumper sticker. We're not a toothbrush convention.
Yeah, and the same thing for Flavor Napa Valley, immediately following.
Right.
You know, this is there are food festival around the country that becomes so big and so
overwhelming.
Blah, that it becomes overwhelming. And here we keep it on a scale where you can really enjoy it, and only people who really care end up being there.
Right. Well, I think before we have a few moments left here, but I did want to, you know, say thank you to where we are housing the show today is at Toot Sweet Social Club. And speaking of groundbreaking, what, you know, you gentlemen mentioned the opportunity to come to the festival and actually talk, you know, with your people about films and actors and the process and, you know, your lives. And I think that something that Toot Sweet Social Club can offer you is a way to, you know, communicate. You know, it's a different angle of the social sphere. And so I suggest reaching out to DDA and Susan and, you know, having the opportunity to pull in different filmmakers around the year and doing shows like this, you know, whether it be, this is our sneak preview into the festival, but, you know, it's an opportunity for you guys to not communicate by email or Facebook, but to be able to get somebody around a table, have, you know, a winery, have the you know, jurors, have a host, you know, and have you guys communicate and all network, because it's a completely different opportunity. And I just want to say thank you to them, because we will be doing this at the festival live on Wednesday the 11th at the Psalm release party, as well as Thursday at the gala, and then Sunday at the wrap-up party. So as I mentioned earlier in the show, we will be in our little nook and cranny with my show Feast It Forward and my crew, along with Toot Sweet filming live. So I welcome you guys to come in on the show. We'll be doing some fun, some live pronos and live streams like anybody that's watching right now. And last week we had a show Thursday with Brenda Lorimer, one of the founders, who's a dear friend of all of ours. And it was cool because we had, I think Susan said that we had 2 people from Korea and 1 from Japan that were live streaming in, watching the show, and there were, you know, over 100 people watching this. So right now there's people around the country watching and learning and meeting the maker. And I think that it's important to not turn it into the toothbrush convention and really get beyond the lens to meet people and what they're about. So with that, I thank you guys for joining me, and we will off camera be finishing up. What was that? Was that a?
That was the 4:30 alarm.
But we will see you gentlemen on Wednesday the 7th. For anybody watching,
good luck.
Get your passes. They are still available for the Napa Valley Film Fest. This, in my opinion, you know, I'm one of the official hosts this year, and I really believe that this is the next Sundance. And I think that it is an opportunity for us to all get together and say what we all feel and want and need, not only in this valley, but, you know, as a movie approach. So cheers.
And may the spirits be with you.
May the spirits be with you. Stuart, go get some real alcohol. Go get some real alcohol, not some Chardonnay.
Okay. Well, I want the 99 proof right there. I'm waiting for it.
All right, thanks you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Bye, guys. Thank you.